democracy, if the multitude vote to do evil, then evil is done. The Bible doesn't deal with democracy. There is no vote. There is only rulership and a king. That's what Moses was. Now, I'm going to have to prove that, right? Moses was a king. Deuteronomy 33 and 5. Well, let me start from 4. Moses commanded us a law, even the inheritance of the congregation of Jacob, Yashawan. There's another cup for you. And that's our inheritance, man. Okay? The law is part of our inheritance, man. Yashawan says that our inheritance is done away with, man. And he was king in Jeshurun when the heads of the people and the tribes of Israel were gathered together. Okay? Once again, no vote. So that shows you that the God don't deal with no motherfucking democracy. In the Bible, what is exhibited in the Bible is a theocracy, a rulership by the Most High. And the Most High defined the law, statutes, and the commandments, and the Lord set up a king and a judge to administrate that. It's not for the people to vote. Even when the Joshua, who was the successor of Moses, even though it wasn't a royal lineage, he was still the successor. Let's read about that. How Joshua came about, if it was a presidential election. Joshua 1:1. Now after the death of Moses, the servant of the Lord, it came to pass that the Lord spake unto Joshua, the son of Nun, Moses' minister, saying. Now, the Lord didn't speak unto the people, man. The Lord spoke unto Joshua, man. Let me say it again. The Most High don't give a fuck what them. You see, in Israel, there's also peons, man. Just like these elites. Really, it's all a sham, because that's why democracy is a witchcraft. Because the elites really don't give a fuck what the people think, man. They have their agenda and they do what they want to do. The Most High invented that, man. The Most High didn't give a fuck what this guy. Go back to Korah. They thought because the people was with them that they could buck up against Moses because the people was with them. Them and their family ended up in the ground, man, alive. The Most High didn't show respect, because when you read the scriptures, it tells you, if I could find it real quick, about Korah. It's in Numbers, isn't it? The rebellion of Korah. It's Numbers 16:2. And they rose up before Moses with certain of the children of Israel, 250 princes of the assembly, famous in the congregation, men of renown. So they were popular with the people. But that don't mean that they were going to rule the people or be on the same level as the ruler of the people as Moses, because Moses was put in that position by the Most High, not by a vote, by the Most High. So let's go back to Joshua now. It says, now after the death of Moses, the servant of the Lord, it came to pass that the Lord spake unto Joshua, the son of Nun, Moses' minister, saying, Moses, my servant, is dead. Now therefore arise, go over this Jordan, thou and all this people, unto the land which I do give to them, even to the children of Israel, every place that the sole of your foot shall tread upon, that I have given unto you, as I said unto Moses, from the wilderness and this Lebanon even unto the great river, the river Euphrates, all the land of the Hittites, and unto the great sea toward the going down of the sun shall be your coast. Now let me skip down. Now, basically the Lord then tells Joshua, be courageous and good and keep the law. Again, and in fact, let me read that for Yashawan's sake. Because he an old timer, man. He look ill, so he be blind now. So he don't, you gotta repeat. So, this is Joshua 1:6. Be strong and of a good courage, for unto this people shalt thou divide for an inheritance the land. So the Lord gave Joshua the authority to divide the land between the tribes, man. It wasn't no vote, man. Joshua decided what land everyone was going to get, because the Lord put the spirit and gave him the authority. Which I swear unto their fathers to give them. Only be thou strong and very courageous, that thou mayest observe to do according all the law which Moses my servant commanded thee. Turn not from it to the right hand or to the left, that thou mayest prosper whithersoever thou goest. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth.
Sorry. What, is that the Bible?
Yeah.
These Israelites, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, cool, bro. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success. So again, he gave him the authority, but it wasn't the authority to do what he felt like. He had a charge. And his charge was he had to keep the law too. He had to administer the law. You know? So in a way, that is our constitution. So if America was any kind of righteousness, there wouldn't be no fucking Bill of Rights, and there wouldn't be no fucking constitution granted to you by the fucking Queen of the King of England, man. What you would have is the Bible. And the President of the United States would rule by the Bible. Minimum. But you don't. Because you're not about the Most High. You're about yourself, and it was nothing but a bunch of witches and warlocks that set up the Constitution, man. Openly, a bunch of Masons. Now, what did Joshua do after this? He just went and told the people. He didn't set up no fucking ballot box. And this is what the people said to him. 16, and they answered Joshua, saying, all that thou commandest us we will do, and whithersoever thou sendest us we would go. So they accepted his authority. So he was really like a king, like he was a judge. You know, he was a judge, he was a ruler, but he wasn't like a royal family kind of king, because he weren't set up that history. But he was administrator, he was an authority over all the tribes of Israel. He took Moses' place. So in a way, he was like a king. Right? According as we hearken unto Moses in all things, because Moses was set up like a king, so will we hearken unto thee, only the Lord thy God be with thee, as he was with Moses. Whosoever he be that doth rebel against thy commandment, and will not hearken unto thy words in all that thou commandest him, he shall be put to death. Only be strong and of a good courage. Again, we don't see no democracy. And all the way through the Bible, it's the same thing. How did Saul become king of Israel? Was there a vote? No. He was anointed to be king by the prophet Samuel. How did David become king? Was there a vote? Yes, the people did come together and agree that David was going to be king, but that's because they could see that the Spirit of the Lord was with him to be king. Because David was anointed to be king by Samuel. He was chosen out of the house of Jesse, man. And then from then on, who ruled over Israel? The house of David. And the Lord said he's going to reinstate the house of David. He ain't ever said he was going to reinstate no fucking democracy, man. So why the hell is a so-called white man going all over the world, dropping bombs on people so that he can establish so-called democracy, but then he claims to be a Christian and for the Bible, but even Jesus Christ is called a king in the Bible. He wasn't voted into office, man. The disciples were not voted into office, man. Okay? They were chosen by the king. The government of the Lord is chosen. Ain't no vote. In Israel, there's not going to be no voting system, man. We're not going to have that farce. Okay? Because all that democracy is just wickedness. So like I said, America is not the pinnacle of righteousness. But they like to say, oh, America is the freest nation ever to exist. Free from what? Yeah. Free from the laws of the Most High. Free to commit wickedness. Free to commit adultery.
What's that scripture? They hate its instruction, man.
Yeah, Psalms 50 and 16. Psalms 50 and 16. But unto the wicked, God saith, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth, seeing thou hatest instruction, and castest my words behind thee? And that's what America did. You claim to be a God-fearing people. Even these people in Britain, they claim to be a Christian country, but they cast the Bible behind them and establish their own laws, man. Mm-hmm. They go about establishing their own righteousness. And wherever, anywhere in the world, someone tries to establish something that's righteous, they look down on it. And what's the main thing? Women's rights and gay rights, man. Because them people in Uganda put homosexuals to death if they catch their ass, or they put them in jail, they want to cut funding to Uganda. But then you want to say you're a Christian society. You're the devil, man. You're the pinnacle of wickedness. You're the border of wickedness, according to Malachi 1 and 4. There's nothing righteous about your system. It's the Roman system. America has the Roman system. How the hell can it be the pinnacle of righteousness when the Lord condemned the Romans, man? Then you had the audacity to declare the Bible the law of the land with a Federal Reserve Bank. Making money up, making false balances, man. That's why you're going to be destroyed, man. This is all about the government of Israel, man. Shalom, bro.
Shalom.
And that's what the Lord's establishing. The government of Israel. And it started with the 12. This is Matthew 19 and 28. Oh, you want to go on camera? Yo, brother, give me the tabernacles of David, man. You know I want that. Right? Because that's what was happening when the Lord came back 2,000 years ago. He began to, because was he not of the seed of David? Give me Romans 1 and 1. Romans 1 and 1. And then give me,